Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with the Modesty. Well, this morning, I'm just going to do a quick, get ready with me type of thing, right? And I want to show you how my morning goes. Well, it's a little later now because I actually, got up, took a shower, prayed, blew dry my hair, and did all that. But pretty much what I do to get ready in the morning. So I'm going to speed up some of the parts, but I'm going to go ahead and share with you kind of sort of what I do. And it's different on a weekday because I'm rush on a weekday, right? Whereas I'm not rushing on a weekend. Although I do have an appointment this morning. And so, yeah, I got to do a little bit of rushing. So if you're interested in seeing how I get ready, please stay tuned. Welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. As I was saying, I'm gonna show you how I get ready. So first I put my hair up, of course, because I get makeup all over the place, right? Look at this. This is what I usually wear, and look at the makeup on here. I gotta wash it. I wash this thing like once a week, and I have like a couple of them. And I actually put this on just to protect my hair because my hair is like gray, as you know. And so, yeah, I want to make sure I protect it. I already put on my skincare in the morning. I do other things so that way it has time to absorb. And my go-to, you remember? My sunscreen, which is Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid SPF 50. This is my gold standard. So anyway, I'm almost out, as you know. Let's see if I can squeeze anything out of it. Oh, I can. And I actually have another one on standby. But I have to grab it from downstairs. And so I just kind of like put, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I like to put a lot of sunscreen. Okay guys, that's that. I know it takes a while for me to put on my sunscreen. I want to make sure it absorbs. And like I said, this is my gold standard. And I have my mirror here. I usually get ready over there, so I may have to run back and forth if I forgot something. But the first thing I actually do is my eyebrows. And I'll be doing it free-handed. You know that I've been using that little stamper. I broke the sponge. Yeah, I think I was a little bit too vigorous on the washing bit one day, and it just kind of like fell off. And I'm like, dang it. So, yeah, back to freehand, and that thing did work, and I really liked it. I was being lazy, and so you know what? I gotta buy another one. I just haven't gotten to it. So anyway, the first thing I do is my eyebrows, and everything I use is, this is, there we go, Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and I've been trying this color taupe because my hair is gray, and I was using the ones for gray hair. Yeah, but it was just like way too dark. And I just use a spoolie. This is a number 7 brush that's like I can't get anymore. I mean, it's like maybe 15, 20 years old. Yeah, it's like her original one when nobody knew who Anastasia was yet. Unless you were in California and been to Beverly Hills. So, yep, I'm just going to scoot this up. And again, I'm going to speed up some of these parts, okay? Because I need to be able to see. Okay, that's that, my eyebrows. Let me see if I can go ahead and scoot you in a little bit so you can see my eyebrows, okay? And sometimes I don't get it perfect. You know what? It is what it is. So as long as I'm not like, if that happens, that rarely happens because I'm really focused when I do that part. As you notice, I'm like, so anyway, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. But guess what? I brought none of that here. Okay. I decided to go ahead and bring all my stuff. What I use every day is my Chanel Comes in a little sack. And this is my special edition one that I got, like, I guess 2 years ago from Nordstrom's, the anniversary sale. And I still have this thing here. And look how well loved this is. Look at that. Yeah, I do love it. And I use my Riffer brush and I just dip into this little pink one that's got barely nothing in it. And I'm just going to, you know what, let me see if I don't know if it's going to make sense to move it in because I'm not really doing a tutorial. So, yep, I just dab it, dab it, dab it. And I just go all the way up, actually. And what I love about this is it's just so elegant and just, you know, people say, well, there's no pigmentation. That's not the whole purpose of these. These are to look, you know, like, I don't know. I guess not made up, but made up type of look, right? And I'm going to have to make sure I have this even. I just put it all over. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys while I do this. Okay, I discovered this YouTube channel, okay? Accidentally. I don't know why it popped up. Well, maybe because I'm Muslim. I don't know. Anyway, so it's these two people. They're a couple, a female and a male. They actually watch other people's video and comment on it. And they have like a whole big series of Islam. And, you know, obviously they don't actually obviously look Muslim. I don't think they are, especially by the look of the girl. But, yeah, it's they talk about it. And they do a pretty fair job about it. But then I started reading the comments, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, okay, whatever. You people have totally no understanding. And I had, you know, commented on just one of them saying, you know, what a great opportunity it is for them to learn, not only learn, but teach and spread the word of, you know, with the truth. Because they do a pretty good job looking for videos that actually have, you know, scholarly material in there. So, and I did that, and some moron, for the lack of a better word, wrote me and said, a woman supporting Islam is like a chicken supporting KFC. Okay, I'm like, okay, well, they're entitled to their fair speech, but I quickly saw how it escalated. It escalated really fast. I said nothing. And so I explained to him that I'm sorry you feel that way, but you obviously don't have the true understanding of Islam. There's a difference between Islam and the cultures that are out there. And my husband and I both battle with that. There are Muslims out there that use their culture as religion. And it's wrong. Okay? I mean, some of the things that they do, you know, like this mercy killing or whatever killing because they made the family all upset. That's not Islam, guys. That is not at all. That's actually a great sin. Killing another person, right? And so that's something that people made up. And fathers and brothers, they still do this. I mean, around the world. And it's true. It happens. But it's not Islam. And so this is what people see, right? The sound bites from media that say this happened. Okay, yeah, it happened. And they're Muslim. Yes. Or they claim to be Muslim, okay? But the problem is it's against the Islamic religion to do things like that. So there's so many pieces of these types of things that come into the religion. That's not the religion. It confuses the heck out of people. Even confuses Muslims who's been taught the wrong way from grandmother, grandfather, all the way up to current time. And sometimes I listen to women and men and go, what? And I mean, I have an advantage because I actually studied, you know, Islam and Islamic studies. And so I learned the actual facts. And I did further studying, you know, watching different scholars speak. And some are great. Some, I'm like, yeah, you have a lot of culture in that one. So, but then it's just so crazy out there. And so at the end, I just, you know, ended up saying to the guy, I refuse to have a battle of the wits with an unarmed person. Therefore, please save your rebuttal. End of story. And then, of course, that kind of exploded everything. I mean, the things that he was writing, I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. But anyway, I never responded. And he's still going. He's still going because I'm not responding. I'm not going to give you an answer. I am not going to have a battle of the wits with some moron, okay? Sorry, not doing it. My time is precious, guys. And so I'm not going to do that. But, you know, I try to spread love out there. And some of the comments that I put out there is, you know, thank you for spreading that message. But let me tell you what the Quran really says, okay? And somebody out there said, oh, there's 30 versions of the Quran. Well, translations, yes, but there's only one Quran. And that has to be vetted through a actually a governing body. They're scholars, many different scholars from different countries, okay, who know the Quran, okay, and not only be able to read it, but understand what we call the tafsir, which is the definition, the true definition. And so, and then it has to be certified. If you look at back of a true Quran, you will have the certification. It's in Saudi Arabia. That it is, they've proved it, it's correct, not even a little ink spot. It is in the wrong place, okay? And so, but people think the translations are Qurans. They're not. They're translations. Because Quran was written in Arabic, it was recited and passed down from God or Allah in Arabic. There's translation issues. And any of you that speak more than one language totally understand what I mean. Okay, you can turn something really around the way it's written if you don't know. And then the sad thing is, there are people, and people say, well, I read Arabic. Okay, do you know the tafsir? Anybody can read words, but do you know what it means? And many do not, unfortunately. You have to study. There's a reason why you go through your whole life studying the Quran. It's not because you can read it and get it, you know? And like people that memorize it and just, you know, specialists. I mean, my sister-in-law is doing that right now. She's memorizing. And they're called Hafiz or Hafiza, right? Depending on male or female. My brother-in-law is a Hafiz, and he has memorized the whole Quran at a young age. And I mean, from 144 pages of it. You know, I can't even remember how many, 144 pages. Did I say that? That's wrong. 114 chapters. God, I'm giving you the wrong information. And I mean, to be honest, it's not easy. I think it's 631 pages if I'm not mistaken, because I've read it completely from cover to cover at least 3 times in Arabic. And so, but can I translate it? No, because I wasn't trained to do that. It takes years. And it's not just because you speak Arabic. You have to be a scholar to be able to do that. Matter of fact, it's illegal for me to try to translate it without that knowledge. And so, yeah. And so these people are just like totally crazy, right? And then, but then again, Muslims don't do a good job either explaining. And also, especially when they live by some of their cultural beliefs that are not Islam. People get confused. I don't blame them. I think as Muslims, we need to do a better job educating correctly. And like this marriage thing, right? People pay dowry when they get married for a woman, right? Some countries have to pay the men. Where'd that come from? And also, the other thing is, when you pay a dowry, the idea is not for it to go to the family. And this is what's happening. The fathers want more money. They want $50,000 for their daughter. What are you doing? Selling them? And practically, you know, some men start to feel that way. And then so when they feel like they bought somebody, they treat them as property, right? So this is how this stuff starts. Actually, where that money should go is to the wife, the woman that the man is marrying. So they have a nest egg. That's where it goes. And the people who truly practice the religion of Islam, that's where it goes. You know what? When I got married, I got gold and I got things. Do you think my husband ever asked me for a piece of that? No. Do you think he ever asks me for a penny of my worked money? No, because he's got no rights to it. I work, it's my money. Nothing in the Quran says I have to share it. But do I? Of course I do, because I choose to. But there's nothing that says I have to share it. And matter of fact, a man has to provide a house, and a woman does not have to pay a penny. That's his duty as a Muslim. Has to provide a roof over their head and provide food. All of that is required, okay? And I could make my husband do all of that and then not give him a penny of my money. But of course, people twist that. And yeah, it gets really irritating when people spread the wrong words, and especially when people don't know what they're talking about. And it's like I said, even Muslims, right? I mean, my husband is so irritated by this that, I mean, sometimes you'll see a wedding and it'll cost $200,000. That is so wrong. I mean, you could send that money to some poor country or feed people or whatever you want to do. Buy them water. Go and dig a well for them or have somebody dig a well for them. But instead, they're spending $200,000, $300,000 on a wedding. And we have another book, which is the word or the life of our prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and those are examples how he lived by. It's different from the Quran, but it's like examples how to live a clean life. And in it, there are stories about you can get married as long as you have a ring, and it doesn't matter what kind of ring. You can make it up on bubblegum for, you know, all that matters. You don't even need to have that, to be honest. But a handful of dates and the transportation to get to the place where you're going to get married. That's it. That's it. Okay? Nothing says you have to have this huge wedding and, you know, trying to outdo each other. That's worse than anything. And I see, you know, the people like, oh my God, that wedding was like crazy. Let's overdo it. Next thing you know, it's like $200,000. It's ridiculous. And so anyway, yeah, it is what it is. And God, did I just go on a rant about that? But anyway, it's because of that channel. And I'm like, oh my God, hold on 1 minute. Okay, anyway, so starting back over, I just finished my eyes. And then here is what I use for foundation, okay? There it is. And I think this is in like 3 or 6 or one of those, right? B3, B30, B3, B30. So anyway, so as I was saying, I was watching different channels, and sometimes I really want to watch this channel because it seems like a really cool channel, but it's just I get so irritated, you know, when I see these things, and it's just, yeah, and I see the comments, and I'm like, I don't like that, you know. I'm supposed to come on to YouTube, and I'm supposed to enjoy what I am watching. Oh, I just dab it on here, by the way. And so it's really hard, and you know, I want to thank you guys, my beautiful wildflowers, because, I mean, I think in the whole 2 years almost that I had this channel, that I had maybe two or three comments that was not appropriate, but my beautiful wildflowers stepped in there and really slammed them really quick and said, hey, this is not a channel for this type of discussion. And, you know, everybody gets an opinion, but, you know, don't bring your drama here because it's not what it's about. And this is the reason why I try to keep my channel, you know, really clean, not clean, but like, you know, non-confrontational, because everybody has an opinion, but there's no reason why you should hurt people's feelings, or especially like you should not, how would you say that? Criticize other people's religion, other people's way of living. You know what? Everybody is responsible for what they do. And we don't need that kind of drama. There's enough chaos out there, guys. And why bring that to a forum where you just want to sit down, you're after work or at work, you know, watching videos and enjoying it, just taking your mind off the craziness out there? Why? I mean, there's no need for it, right? And so, yeah, it's irritating to me. And it's irritating to me because I know that's not what you guys want. And, you know, I'm so glad that, I mean, this channel's been so good, and you guys have been so good to me, and I truly do appreciate that, because I'll be honest with you, if it was going any other direction at any time to a point where it was uncontrollable, I would have just ended the channel, and I would have just said, no more, it's enough, you know, I don't need this kind of negativity, and neither does any of the viewers, so I'm not going to add to it, right? And so it's really, yeah, and also people, you have to give them permission to do things like that, right? And I'm not going to give them permission to do that. And obviously, several of you don't either, because right away when these people came on, and they came with a negative vibe, and I think you guys remember some of this, and Nisi, I think you were one of them, right? And just said, well, you know what, that's not what this is about. Well, of course, the other person disappeared, never to be back again. And that's the whole idea. We have to protect our channel, right? Because it's our channel. And I really appreciate that you guys do step up. And I know that, you know, some people may like that kind of drama. And I do see some people do go to those kind of channels, you know, to watch that kind of drama. But you don't do it here, which I really respect that. There's millions of channels out there that you can do that with. But yeah, and it's really been, you know, a journey for me, this whole YouTube thing. And I've learned so much about myself and about people who care, and about people who pretend to care, and then, you know, just show up for certain situations. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't dish you for that. You know, it is what it is. You have your thing. I have my thing. You know, we just leave each other alone as long as we're not hurting anybody else. Dang it, did I miss this, like, a whole spot here? No, I didn't. Anyway, so I'm sitting here. I do this really because usually I get a brush because I don't want the sponge to totally absorb it. But I'm like, not today. I don't feel like cleaning 20 million things. So I just let it kind of like sit. And then what I use for this thing, I mean, I've not changed it because, again, like my Paula's Choice sunscreen. I can't find a better replacement for this. And this is the MAC 24-hour concealer. And what I love about this is I'll wash my face, like, you know, to pray. And only thing that stays on sometimes is this. And I have this brightness underneath my eyes. And I'm like, yay. I have bright eyes. It looks nice. Let's keep it that way. And so anyway, I've tried so many things. Remember I was into that By Terry one for a while? That one is really good. But not when you're wearing makeup. That's good for like, it's really creamy. It's got hyaluronic acid. And I don't put it over my foundation. So yeah, I just kind of, I do that when I'm au naturel. Well, almost au naturel, right? Because if I'm doing that. So anyway, I'm talking a lot. You probably forward fasted, but I just want to, you know, share my thoughts and kind of have like a chat as I get ready and, you know, make it fun. And I got to kind of like speed it up a little bit because I do have to get my nails done and I get my pedicure today, which is cool because, you know, I don't do that every 2 weeks like I do my nails, but I do it maybe once a month or so. And this time it's been like a month and a half, almost 2 months because time got away from me. And in the days that I wanted to go, I just couldn't spare the additional hour to pamper myself. I need to stop that. My husband said, just go there and do what you got to do. Don't worry about what's happening over here. I'll take care of it. I'm like, I know, but I feel so guilty when you're taking care of everything. Like last week, remember that? When came home and the house was completely clean. This is what he does, you know? So, but that's another thing. Islam, right? That's what it's about. It's about sharing housework. It's about sharing responsibilities, you know? They don't want, I mean, how many times have I heard, well, women should be cleaning and blah, blah, blah. That's a culture thing, guys. That is not an Islamic thing. Our Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay? Prophet Muhammad, he helped his wives. He cleaned, he washed, he cooked, did all of that. And he was a prophet. So, yeah, would you get off? Oh, no. I paid for her. I paid for the dowry, so she's got to do all this. No. That's culture, guys. That's culture. True Islam is not like that. By the way, this is Terracotta by, is it Givenchy? No, Guerlain. Okay, there it is. It's my go-to bronzer. And so anyway, yeah, and this is a reason why, and my husband tries to live true to the actual religion. And he's always, you know, very keen to make sure that he's doing the right things. And that he's doing his share and he's like taking care of me. And like they say, the man that is loved by God is one that treats his wife well, you know. That's not the exact word, but you know, you get the idea, right? And it's really important to treat your wife well if you want to end up good in the afterlife. And so my husband's always striving to do the good things that he has to do according to Islam, so that way he gets his place in paradise, right? At the end of the days. So, and so any other people, yeah, they're just, yeah. There is no room for macho-ness, you know. I'm not going to do house cleaning. That's not my job. Nope. I don't work like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, God, I got to get that. I can't. Hold on. I got to get like a little. Okay. Okay, that's just a kind of like, it's not a contrast or anything. Just kind of give it sun. It's like bronzer. So I do that. And then I go in with, again, in my, what is that? Yeah, this is the right one. Excuse me. Oh, wait, wrong one. That's not yet. I need this one, which is this one. And it is my blush. And this is my go-to one. As you notice, that little divot has disappeared. It used to be like, you see it start flattening out. It used to be like, loop, like a little half a ball. Anyway, I just dab this, you know. And I just dab. And so anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about that stuff. And this is my excuse to do it. Because otherwise, I mean, it'll be boring just to hear me talk, I think. But yeah, and this is how we live. We try to live by the book, actually. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, and I think the days that I get really depressed are because you got to remember, I'm a convert, right? I've had another life before. And, you know, I wasn't pretty much an expert in wine, let's say. And, you know, I used to write reviews for it. I used to belong to the top wineries here in California in the Livermore Valley. I have my own roll of vines, actually, with the tag and everything on there. And I had to give all that up. And which means I had to give up those friends that, you know, don't have any other interest in wine, you know, that we didn't have anything, but we, you know, still staying in contact, but, you know, I can't hang out with them at the winery like I used to. So I gave up a lot. I really did. But I gave that commitment. I said I was going to do this, and okay, I had to restart the video. It stopped at the best part. Anyway, so, you know, I was called to it, and I accepted my calling. So guess what? I do those things. And there's certain things that, you know, that are permissible that, you know, we don't, it's not like a mandatory. It's like very desirable to do, but it's not like you're going to end up in hell if you do this type of thing, is that, you know, the head covering, right? And even then, oh my God, you have no idea how much tears I shed to do that, to come to the decision that the best thing for me to do is to remove my, you know, for my safety, for my sanity. And so, yeah, but it is what it is. It's okay, because I'm happy. I'm doing the right things. I'm trying to live as I should live. And that's all, you know, people can ask of me. And yeah, okay, now the right one, okay? This is the other Chanel. It comes like that. And I haven't used a brush. I'm gonna pop that out. It's my bronzer. And this is how I get ready for work every day, by the way. This is how I go to work looking. So, anyway, yeah. And so, yeah, so, you know, there's certain, it's a trade-off, right? But life is a trade-off. What do you want? You know, what is it that you want? And follow your dreams and follow your convictions. And, you know, and that's another thing about Islam. It is wrong to compel somebody into the religion. We don't do recruiting as far as, you know, okay, come and we're the right people. We're the only right people. We don't do that, okay? We just live as examples. And people, you know, there's a lot of people who live by examples that actually have, you know, brought people into Islam because they're just like, wow, I love the way they live. And matter of fact, that's how I got into it to begin with, is that I had friends that I really respected, and they lived Islam. They didn't have this cultural craziness going on, right? Well, at the end, I found out one of them did, but, you know, it is what it is. And so I started studying more about it because I did study comparative religion and all that stuff. And then I studied more about it, and something called me, and so I answered, hello? Yeah, so here I am. Anyway, so it is what it is. And that, I'll be honest with you, I converted on November 6th, 2016. So it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long at all. Yep. But one thing I did do, though, is I made sure I studied. And I learned from texts, from scholars, not from watching these bozos out there sometimes. It's like, are you serious? Anyway, so yeah, it's really important that if you're interested, that you learn from the right sources and not from people that, you know, because you don't know what's right and what's wrong. You don't know what you don't know. And you want to make sure you get the right information. And people don't intend, I mean, they do not have the intent to mislead you. They don't. They don't. That's not what I'm saying. They do not have that intention. The intention is to lead you in the right way, but they just don't know. They don't know what they don't know because this is what they've been told their whole life, right? And so when I start talking to some of them and I show them proof where it is in the Quran and, you know, where is it in the Hadith, and they're like floored. They're like, what? But my parents has been telling me this. Well, okay, but this is what the Quran's telling you. Who are you going to believe, right? So it is what it is. It ended up going to this whole Islam thing, but you know, I just wanted to get that information out there to you guys because it is what it is, and I don't want people to be misled. And if you are interested in learning more about it, I can tell you or whatever. But I mean, please, please, please don't just judge the religion by the people, because the religion is perfect. People are not, okay? Not even me. Especially not me. So anyway, my beautiful wildflowers. Okay, I think, you know, I was going to put on lipstick for you guys, but I think I'm going to forego the lipstick right now because I'm still not ready to go. And I do things and then I'll end up with lipstick all over my face. So anyway, this is how I go to work. So you saw how I put everything together. It's a long video. And of course, I'm going to try to speed up some of the parts of it. But I think I talk too much through these things. So yeah. Anyway, so today, like I said, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get my toes done. And then after that, when I come back, my husband and I will do something. What? I don't know. But we will do something because it's Saturday. Anyway, my beautiful wildflowers, if I added any value or any information points, hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like this type of content, and how could you not? Just kidding. Please do subscribe. And it's down there. And make sure you ring the bell button and select all so you know every time I upload a brand new video. So, alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. Get out there, have fun, be yourself, be true. But have a good day, a good night, a good week, a good weekend. It doesn't matter. The only thing that does matter, though, is out there in a field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Gonna get pretty my hair up. Look, it's got a little hoopy on there, but it's okay. It'll stretch out. It's because I just blew dry my hair and it was still kind of like warm and soft. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little chat and let me know below if you do. If not, tell me it was terrible. Don't do it again. We don't want to hear you talk for a straight 30 minutes. I'm okay with that too, all right? Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. I do want you to go out there and have a great day and keep it positive and always look for that silver lining, as I say, okay? Because it's there. Sometimes you're gonna have to like really, really look, but it's there, okay? Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers. I love you all from the very bottom of my left ventricles. And I have to tend to my cat as you hear her. That is Lily. So Lily says hello. So I just want to say bye. Mwah.